Welcome to Healing Through Dentistry podcast,
where we redefine health, wellness, and the power of your smile.
We're your hosts,
Hanna
and Eva, twin sisters, qualified dentists and medical doctors.
This is more than a dental podcast.
It's a journey into profound connection between oral health and whole body healing.
Through personal stories, inspiring client transformations, and expert insights,
we explore how dentistry can ignite energy, relieve chronic pain, and transform lives.
Get ready to discover the extraordinary ways your smile can heal, inside and out.
Let's begin.
So this is my lifestyle. So I didn't really have major effect on after my hydrocolon therapy, but I have another 120 people around me. And I saw a huge transformation in their energy, emotions. It's hard. Get ready for first 2 days. It's hard because if you eat what you eat, it's a craving, it's a detox, it's really
like
rehabilitation.
Yeah.
So if you drink coffee, you would have migraine for 1 day. You may have migraine. If you may feel like flu-like symptoms, you don't feel right, you're not yourself. But if you break these 2 days, then your energy goes up. They were radiant, they were very happy, and you start to have ideas. You kind of free yourself, not only the colon, but you kind of free your mind. And, it's that what we listen to a lot, gut brain, gut brain. So gut, brain axis. So we basically clear the colon, the gut, and then lots of ideas come. So people, they had really transformations there. And so I do recommend that to find the local hydrocolon therapy specialist. And
it's on our plan, right? It's on our to-do list.
But let's talk about
our
supplementation.
Yeah, our symptoms first and then supplementation. Okay. So what I was feeling was, like Eva described, like much more energy, clearer mind, but also I felt like I don't need to sleep that much.
Yeah.
My sleeping was much better, much more effective. I've got Oura Ring, so I am monitoring myself. So that was very interesting, considering we've had quite busy time past couple of months.
The effectiveness, Hanna, with the Oura Ring, you see. So
crazy.
You have less hours of sleeping, but the effectiveness of the sleep is 98%, which is fabulous. And I have to confirm, I did one detox in sauna in summer last year, and that was the same thing. You clear your body, and your body starts to work even better in the sense.
What I was feeling on the hindsight, and it is a good sign, that I had very scratchy eyes, and I kept rubbing my eyes. And then I was like, of course, because from traditional Chinese medicine perspective, liver are closely connected with eyes. Their organs are eyes.
So you were clearing.
So don't be surprised what's coming up, even now when you're back on your normal lifestyle. And I would recommend to do it slowly. I wouldn't go for a duck and sauerkraut, right, and dumplings right away after the detox.
Wow, that was a Czech recipe.
I would just go slowly, on my 5th day, I add a bit of avocado, and I just took it slowly.
But you would be fascinated that you don't really have an appetite for that. So that's, I think, a major thing which happened with me and with my friends. And it's just, you don't have the same taste anymore. You don't like your coffee anymore.
Right.
You're not attracted to a glass of wine anymore. You don't want the duck and sauerkraut and dumplings. You really are. You're kind of considering to stay on this diet or lifestyle a little bit longer.
It's like a reset, right? Yeah. So it's like with the computers, you just push on and off, and it's like almost like a reset for the body. So I like it too.
And you can feed it, or you can start from the day one, and you decide what you would add to your lifestyle.
So don't be surprised if you get the after effect or after effects like me, like scratchy eyes and almost irritated eyes, because it is your liver is catching up. So what is your liver doing is it's detoxing, or he's having a break. but also removing the toxins and the stuff which it doesn't want there anymore. And it is given an opportunity to actually remove the toxins and, the bad bacteria and viruses and fungi and whatever it is there, the toxins from deeper tissues in an organ. So it can happen that even few days after you can experience some symptoms just like me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And supplementation.
Well, we love seeing our clients' stories and results with, we used to use Chinese herbs, not Chinese, but a kind of
mixture based on traditional Chinese medicine recipes.
Supplements based on traditional Chinese medicine before. And now we're using for some time vitamins and minerals and specific protocol.
Especially for clients who are undergoing either surgeries,
wisdom teeth removal, or
immediate implants. But also, I do recommend this also for safe amalgam removals as well. And also if someone does have brittle teeth or sensitive teeth or, different abnormalities, I do recommend the protocol because it does strengthen not even the teeth, but also the whole immune system. It can improve your gut health, your immune system, and everything goes together. So it is the whole deal.
I would maybe add towards that also, because we would have listeners who maybe has had the everything dental resolved. So it's not only for that reason that we would supplement. So what we deal with, it's cavitations as the surgery, then implants, ideally immediate implants, ceramic implants, and removing root canal treated teeth and metals. So that's our 3 boxes. But if I met somebody who is struggling with health, is always having, viruses and flu-like symptoms, and every few weeks is at home with some virus, then I would look into supplementing and supporting the body with
or even
building stones.
I've just had a client who came over with sore knee. She had a bandage on her knee. And so I was like, well, use our bone healing protocol, because it's not only for like bone and teeth within your mouth. Obviously, it's strengthening your ligaments, bones in
if
whole
you break
body.
your arm, you do it. If you have any condition, if you sprain your ankle, do it. If you are ill, if you're sick, do it. So what is it based on?
So why is it so special? So it is special for me because it does combine not only the micronutrients, minerals, but also the macronutrient, the most important one, which is protein. So it's like amino acids and protein. What it is based on, it's based on a high dose of vitamin D3. We are grateful that we can measure that in a surgery. So it is quite interesting.
My 3 past clients, they had the results below the levels which are considered as good. So, lots of people, they don't even know, but they're below 30 and they don't even know. They only have, if you talk to them, you could be anxious, you could have depressions, you're not healing well. They're kind of, that's what I'm experiencing.
But what is very beautiful is that once people are on the protocol and we measure again, everyone was, in
3 times increase the vitamin D.
And the green zone, which is beautiful. So high doses of vitamin D3.
In combination with K2 and magnesium.
Yeah, it is important because you cannot get the supplement only in one, box. So in this protocol, you've got 3 different ways how you get the vitamin D3 in your body. There's a multivitamin, which you take in the morning, which is full of even B complex, biotin, and Q10, more of it. Then you get the D3 in form of oil, which
I love the most.
I love it because it's easy. It's just like 1 drop is 1,000 unit. So it is easy. And I actually like to recommend this one for people, for our guests who are very low on vitamin D, so they can very fast forward, very quickly get better if they use this. And it's easy to, ingest. And then the last one is a box or a supplement called Bone and Teeth.
I love that one too, because it's a combination, because you have D3K2, but you have all B vitamins there and all the friends which are
a lot
helping
of Bs,
to resorb.
But also what I love, Dr. Dominic Nischwitz, who came up with it, he added boron as well, which actually longers the vitamin D in our body. He slows down, the releasing of the vitamin. And there's mangan and yet so many more.
It's smartly done. It's done very well. But, we can talk about all the nutrients and say all the words, but we see the results. And that's what makes me smile and what makes me feel happy about what we do. And, seeing all the transformations within clients. So just last week, we had a client, we had quite a surgical extraction of wisdom teeth, which was not easy and took a little bit longer than we would like. And he was healing super well. And after the first day, he came for another set of infusions
and
ozone therapy. So we had infusions and ozone therapy, which is intravenous nutrients. And he said, I couldn't sleep because I had so many ideas. I was it wasn't that I had no pain, but I was thinking. And he said, I invented 3 new businesses. And he said he wanted to talk to his wife, which was beautiful. And he said, I don't feel myself that much, but I felt like I'm feeling myself again.
So come over for a dental work and you might discover a new business.
But, we know a little bit further behind that, because this is the wisdom tooth area and we were clearing his inflammation. So he was scheduled in quite
so why is it so special, Eva? So let's just jump in and wisdom teeth are
connected.
Are connected. The main organs are heart and small intestine from the organ points of view from traditional Chinese medicine. That's easy to understand for people, we've got clients who had palpitations and they no longer have palpitations after removal of wisdom teeth, or they've had higher blood pressure, they no longer have it. But what people talk a little bit less, because it's not that palpable, is emotions. So wisdom teeth area, that's all emotions a lack of joy of life, anxiety. Sometimes we hear depression, panic attacks. It just depends what, sadness with no reason, self-confidence, the energy levels. So chronic fatigue, we hear a lot. So once we sort out the area, be it cavitations, so-called NICOs, so-called chronic inflammations of the jaw bone in the jaw bones, or once we remove the chronically inflamed wisdom teeth, then the things are really changing. And I think we should mention even our story, Eva. Probably this is going to be for solo episode, but we can share a little bit that we've both had surgical, treatment for cavitations and what happened on so many levels, not only physical level, but mental level, emotional level, even spiritual level, was amazing.
Yeah, it was truly an experience. And I am so happy that our clients, they are bringing us more and more stories and they are healing. So I would
probably add more, because we are getting into the discussion about our story and client stories, but I would finish the supplements first, the bone healing protocol, just to finish it up, and then probably say one more sample, and then let's just keep our story for one of the next episodes. So we started with the bone healing protocol, how amazing it is, because it is based on high doses of vitamin D. Obviously, the D needs its friends to help the D get into our cells. But what we were mentioning, the micronutrients, so there's B complex, there's vitamin C, there's collagen, which is so very important for our connective tissues. But what I want to lift up a lot is macronutrient called protein. So let us think about proteins as well. Most protocols, or none of the protocol we used to follow or we used to be inspired about, was actually involving protein in, right, Eva? And so it was a game changer for us and even in our health, because we always try what we then use in our surgery. It's not like, oh, okay, let's just, we always like to try it on ourselves and then recommend it. And so even after my experience, obviously we do recommend a month before to take the supplements, like the bone healing protocol, 1 month before the treatment and 1 month after the treatment. Again, it's individual. For a generally healthy person, it's like that. If you're, have more issues, autoimmune disease, chronic disease, or you're older, more time you spend with the bone healing protocol better for you. Because like Eva said, beautifully, we need the right building blocks, which can then build a strong house, meaning your body, your bone, your teeth.
To recover.
Mm-hmm. And so what I wanted to say is that what I loved keeping from the protocol, because I'm not like on a high doses protocol anymore, I kept definitely the bone and teeth, but I wanted to say I kept definitely the amino acids and the protein, because I realized that I don't eat enough protein, and I started to count my proteins intake, and I started to think about macronutrient protein a lot. Also, maybe from our past, we're dragging over, oh, we don't need to have a breakfast, because when we were little, we didn't have a breakfast. But again, that's just a pattern which you carry with you, for many years sometimes. And it doesn't mean that is true or right. So what we started to do, and you too, Eva, right, to count our proteins. You mentioned it, I'm not sure if now, but last episode, it's 2 grams per kilo of ideal weight. So let's say my ideal weight is 50, probably a bit more. Then for easy math, it's times 2, it's at least 100. And because I love to exercise and I do have a physical job, definitely 20 or even 30 grams more. So let's say 120 grams a day of protein I need to have. What is always best to serve the protein in portions to the body? Like, ideal would be if you just can eat everything at once. I've heard people that they sometimes do it, but what I think is more beneficial for the body, that we give the nutrients in portions, meaning 30 grams for me in the morning, 40 grams in the morning, 40 grams for the lunch, and 40 grams for a dinner. So I get my 120 grams. And so I love the amino acids because I can drink them, in the morning. Then I can have a breakfast and I can have a protein snack, sometimes combine it with other nuts and other stuff. And I am sure then that I have covered my, protein intake for the day, because the protein is the longevity secret.
Right? I have to add my experience. I add in the morning amino acids and collagen with vitamin C, which is in a liquid form in a powder. And I have to say, a frequency device, which we love frequency. And I think it's a future of medicine and also a diagnostic, how we heal, that we could find out by frequency whether we are full of toxins of bacteria or fungi. So for me, the device said there is some toxicity, environmental. So I feel it's important to say also, even though we live, non-toxic, we do use the planes we fly, we do live in the environment we live. So I would add also some green chlorella or spirulina into your daily diet as well, because we cannot avoid the heavy toxic metals. They're in the big fish, they're everywhere.
Yep, I'm just laughing because I see our 2 dogs sleeping on the floor, so I do give them chlorella as well. Anyway, so I think that's probably about the bone healing protocol for today. We are definitely coming back to it because it's the game changer.
Well, let's do the next episode about our experience, and we can a little bit talk about the protocol again.
Yes. Okay. Thanks for listening.
Looking forward to the next episode.
Remember, the best healer is within us.
Thank you for joining us on Healing Through Dentistry podcast.
We hope today's conversation has inspired you to see your smile as the gateway to whole body well-being.
To stay connected, visit us on our website or follow us on social media.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit.
Until next time, remember, healing starts with a smile.
Take care,
and we will see you in the next episode.